This is Vesuvio, the Italian word for Vesuvius. It's one of the world's famous volcanoes, or infamous. And volcanoes are big crowd pullers, and they're very popular in schools because children learn about them right from the ages of 8 to 18. And this one I learnt about as a boy because its eruption created a time capsule called Pompeii. If you cannot get a free ride on Doctor Who's TARDIS, this is the best place to come because the volcanic blanket has preserved the town of Pompeii, and not far away from here, Herculaneum. It was an ordinary day on the 24th of August AD 79. People would go to the cafe, they would take their food from the stone basins. The gladiators were sparring for the evening's events, and men were walking down the road here to cleanse themselves before visiting the brothel. But at around 1 o'clock in the afternoon, flaming pumice stones shot into the sky from Vesuvius volcano, reaching a height of about 15 kilometers of burning pumice stones. And roofs were starting to collapse when the rain of firing rocks hit this town. And by 5 o'clock in the afternoon, the stones were reaching about 25 kilometers in height. And then by midnight, there were pyroclastic flows. That means ash, poisonous gas, flaming pumice stones, suffocating, poisoning, burning to death everybody in the town. Despite their efforts to shelter, their tiled roofs were caving on them, and families huddled together in the embryonic position, taking their last breaths but being poisoned. The inferno of hell visited upon over 6,000 petrified souls of the human race marks one of the most infamous volcanic explosions that this planet has ever witnessed. But the whole town has been excavated. You can go into houses and see the mosaics on the floor, the statues in the courtyards, all the bricks, even the baker's ovens. So learning this as a child, and I came here in 1978 only buying postcards, but now I've got the good fortune as a school teacher and to have a YouTube channel to make learning about Pompeii even more exhilarating than it was for me when I was a boy in school when I was about 10 years old. It's still taught in schools all around the world. That's why Pompeii attracts over 2 million visitors every year. And I have recently bought the new Blu-ray film called Pompeii, and it's very well made. Hollywood's done a very good depiction of the whole scene. And I'm now calling myself a self-appointed goodwill ambassador because my YouTube channel playlist Turner's Travels, the objective is to promote tourism, to encourage people to visit hotspots, literally hotspots of Vesuvius, world issues, world's beautiful places. And I hope this video, like the others, will help you. And you might say to myself, oh, how do you know all about the history of Pompeii and the explosion that day? Well, there was a fella called Pliny the Younger. He was 18 years old and he gave a first-hand account of the eruption. He was born in AD 61, died in AD 112. And it's people like him that pass down history, that ring through the generations, that stimulate us to come and pay tribute to those who met their end in a living hell. Dank u wel.